Hi dear students. So in last class we discussed about Indian Contract Act. We are studying about Indian Contract Act 1872, and in previous classes and sessions we had discussed about law and contract. And in today's session we will be discussing about few elements of essential valid contract. We have many. In this class we will be discussing up to 5 elements, and in next session we will be discussing other points. So from the definition we had studied that a contract means there should be an agreement and enforceability by law. That is, that agreement should be enforceable by law. So now we can go through our elements of valid contract. First one is an agreement. That is, without an agreement, there won't be any contract. And this agreement consists of a lawful offer and lawful acceptance. That is, without having any offer or without having any valid offer, there won't be any agreement. So, a valid offer or a lawful offer and a lawful acceptance comes or it results in an agreement. And this agreement must involve at least two parties, a person who gives the offer and the person who accepts the offer. We can have more parties, but at least we should have two parties. And this one of these parties should have the proposal, that is, the person who gives the offer, and the other person should accept it. So there will be two parties, and each party or both parties must have a legal existence. That is, that person must can be a natural person, that is a human being, or that person can be any artificial person like institutions, companies, organizations, like that. So that is your first and foremost element, that is agreement. Second element is consents ad idem. So the term consent ad idem means it is identity of minds. That is, identity of minds of both parties who are committing or who are entering into the contract. Both parties should have a good, or they should be they should grasp the concept, or they should know about that particular contract with same subject matter. For example, if party A is having two cars, one car may be Santro and other car may be Alto, and if the party A is giving an offer to party B, saying that I'm selling my car to you. So the car model or which car, that is whether it is Santro or Alto, that is not mentioned there, and B accepts it. But A will be thinking, A may be planning to sell Alto. As it is not clearly mentioned, B might think that A will be selling Santro. So there the subject matter changes. So consents ad idem means there should be identity of minds among the parties regarding the subject matter of the contract. That is, the party should or the party must agree upon the subject matter of the contract in same manner and in the same sense. The person should think about the product or the what subject matter that should be clearly mentioned in the contract, or that should be clearly mentioned in the offer, and that should be clearly without a clear or without a clarity of subject matter, the acceptor should not accept the offer. So both parties should have consents ad idem. Third one is intention to create a legal relationship. That means there should be the intention or the objective of creating a contract or creating an agreement should be legal. They should create a legal obligation. Social agreements that that is not any controversy to this concept, but anything which is illegal, that won't make a contract, that will become the contract will become the void contract. So the intention to create, or when we are creating an agreement, or when the parties are creating a contract, the intention should be always a legal relation. So that is our third one. Fourth one is lawful consideration. As we were discussing in contract, there we had mentioned about consideration. So what is consideration? It is something in return towards the activity which the person had given. So there should be a legal consideration. That also should not be any illegal activities won't be taken as a legal consideration. So an agreement is legally enforceable only when each party is for it, and the both parties should be given the consideration also. The agreement must be supported by lawful consideration with both parties. Party A and B both should have legal consideration, and consideration means it is something in return, and a contract without consideration won't be a valid contract. Now our next concept or next element is capacity of parties. Capacity of parties means the parties or both parties who are going to enter into the contract, they should complete to the contract. That is, they should have a capacity to think themselves, to take a decision themselves. So if the party is not competent, or the parties who are competent to contract means the person should not be a minor, a person should not be disqualified by law, then the person should not be a drunkard one, the person should not be idiot, alien enemy, convicts, etc. So if the parties belongs to any of these category, then that party won't be competent to contract, and those parties will be incompetent to the contract. Such the contract which is signed by those parties also will become invalid, or that contract also becomes void. So these are the first five elements to be noted. Without these five elements, a contract or an agreement won't be a valid the contract or the agreement won't become a valid one. And in next part of video we'll be discussing about the other elements of contract. Thank you.